I just want to encourage you. If sourdough is something that you've thought about, but it just seems like so much work or so intimidating, I totally understand. I was kind of paralyzed, I guess you could say, from doing sourdough for like 2 years because I would hear people talk about, oh, it took me 2 days to make this loaf. And I'm like, what? 2 days? Who has time to take 2 days to make a loaf of bread? But it's not exactly like that. Yesterday, I fed Pippin my sourdough starter. This morning, I did this making the bread, and it took me a total of maybe 5 or 7 minutes to do all of this. It doesn't take long at all. I overdid the flour a little bit, and I just turn into a little claw machine and claw out some of the flour like that. It's okay. If you get a wee bit over or a wee bit less, I mean, like, just, it doesn't have to be stressful. This is the hardest part right here. Stirring all the flour into the wet ingredients, to me, that is definitely the hardest part. That and cleaning the bowls after everything's done. It kind of turns into like cement if you don't take care of it right away. And those are the hardest parts of the sourdough. When people say it takes 2 days, it just means one day you feed the starter and then you just leave it. Like, that's all you have to do. And then once the starter is ready, then you can make your bread. If you've made regular bread, then you just mix everything together and then you let it sit and wait. I forgot to film the stretch and fold, but here I put my dough in the oven with just the oven light on, let it sit for an hour, and then I did a stretch and fold. Because I forgot to film it, you're skipping right ahead 30 minutes to a coil fold. This is very simple. It strengthens the dough. That's what it's doing. The worst part of this is just waiting, because it takes literally probably a minute to do this, and then you just go about the rest of your day and just put on a timer so you can come back and fold it some more. I think the best advice I can give is just get a starter from someone and just jump in. If the starter dies, it's not the end of the world. You can always get some more starter. But if you go for it, you're going to find it's not that bad. It's going to be great. It opens up a whole new world. Now, this is the fun part where you're going to actually be making the loaves. And I'm telling you, it actually is kind of fun. This is a really easy recipe that I have found makes really good sandwich bread. Is the holy grail for soft sourdough sandwich bread recipe that I've shared before. In a way, this is easier than regular bread because you don't have to sit there and knead it and guess, oh, have I kneaded it enough or does it need to knead more? Knead. Okay. And now it's just a waiting game again. You're going to let it sit and ferment a little longer. I'm going to put another loaf pan on top of each of these as a lid. I'm going to set them in the oven for a few hours covered like this, maybe about 4 until they're doubled in size, and then we're going to bake them, and you've got it. And then this is what you're going to end up with: soft, squishy, delectable sourdough bread. Obviously, this is just one recipe, but this is a really good one. I highly recommend it for sandwiches.